Right, so we are going to move on to game number, what is it, 5 now? The first player to get 4 wins, the first player to get 4 wins does win the extra $1,000 and the bragging rights to first place. So once again, guys, thanks for tuning in. This is the finals match, series finale of the HDH Invitational. It is IdrA versus WhiteRa. It could not be more electrifying, the atmosphere in the air right now. If there was a crowd around here, I think everyone would be going crazy ape right now, and wow, it is 2-2. We are here on Metalopolis, and I do want to thank our sponsor, IRIP. Go make sure to check out the program. Go to Google, type in IRIP, and yeah, it's Metalopolis, so game number 5. And what do you think is going to happen on this map, Husky?
I think that the spawn positioning is going to favor IdrA. I swear, every time we see him on this map, he always spawns in the bottom, cross positions. So we'll see if WhiteRa can do what Noni was unable to do in the exact same position. And it's a 4-player map. I would say the favor is in IdrA. But IdrA just lost last game to a 4-gate push, and then really, one thing I want to note is that WhiteRa actually had a ton of gates. He had like 6 gateways there at the end, and it really ended up paying off. That is a hard build to make work, because if you get behind in the tech and you let those roaches and hydras get out, your game's pretty much over. So good game sense there by both players. WhiteRa able to win that one, so anything can happen. I just think as this game is starting, spawn positioning is going to be favoring IdrA.
Definitely going to be favoring IdrA on this map because, like I always like to say, he's got this half crescent across from the 6 o'clock all the way up to the 1 o'clock, and he can expand at will. This is the best favoring positions IdrA could hope for, and Metalopolis on top of that is quite a Zerg favored map, I think, against Protoss. And on top of that, we saw IdrA play the same exact positions against Noni, like you said, and that game he actually went for an abuse with his Overlord drop, and he dropped behind the Protoss player's base, so we might see that this game.
The build order on this map that IdrA did was, that was something else to watch. People have been analyzing that game since it happened. I think there's even a thread about that game specifically. But IdrA is going to be getting this fast hatchery once again. When he was playing against Noni, he went the same opener every time. This time he got his hatchery before spawning pool. So that is like as macro heavy as you can get. And if he was to get proxied, he would have so much trouble. But WhiteRa not going to proxy on this 4-player map, and so I don't know. WhiteRa can't allow this to go up for too long. I think that WhiteRa is actually going to be expanding himself. Good choice here. So he's not doing one of these bad builds where you're going to have a weak timing attack and get your delayed expansion. But look at this. There's actually a drone here going to be blocking this. And get out of here, drone. You aren't a Protoss. You can't put down a pylon to block the expansion. So he does need to get that Nexus down, though, although he started making a Zealot to deal with that drone. This is actually pretty annoying here from IdrA.
Is this the reverse of roles here? I mean, don't we usually see the pro blocking the drone off? But IdrA is using a drone to block the Nexus off. Not like WhiteRa had the money for the Nexus anyways. He just now got 400. But at any rate, I guess that's a little bit of a slight annoyance that IdrA is doing to WhiteRa right now. And he has his drone inside the main, so he's going to see exactly what's going on. He knows what's going to happen. And if anything, this game should be commended for. I think IdrA's game should definitely be commended for his ability to scout with Overlords. Too many games we see Zerg players not scouting with their Overlords, not sacrificing Overlords early on to see exactly what's going on. Right now he's actually pushing out with about 6 Zerglings, so he's going to try to do some pressure. And we'll see if WhiteRa can hold on.
One thing I want to mention is that WhiteRa actually had a Zealot all the way. His first Zealot was all the way across the map. He was going to try and harass that expansion. He did decide to back out. I guess he wanted to either secure his natural, or he realized this spawn location really does favor IdrA. I can't do a lot of damage here. And so you did mention his Overlord scouting. That has been really I don't know, he's just been scouting so perfect. Is he going to get Zerglings up here on the ramp again? Don't make it happen again. It does happen. The good pathing on those Zerglings, allowing them to run up into the main. But, I mean, it is going to be 4 Zerglings versus 3 Zealots. So as long as WhiteRa doesn't make a huge blunder here, he shouldn't lose too many workers.
Yeah, I think he should just be fine. He is going to lose a little bit of gas mining time. Not too big of a hit. And I think right now WhiteRa is in a position of control. He's got his natural up relatively early for a Protoss player, and he's got the cannon out there. Granted, he's only got 1 gateway, but I think he's in a nice position of control. Now look at the bottom right-hand corner. We do have IdrA grabbing another expansion, so he is expanding at will to that crescent on the bottom right-hand corner of the map. So that's going to be something that WhiteRa is going to have to deal with. But I think WhiteRa is doing pretty well right now. He does have to get rid of these Zerglings, though.
Wow, the macro right now, there's only 6 Zerglings on the way, and he's already taking another expansion. So WhiteRa may have an opportunity here to punish him, but at the same time, that expansion is so early, WhiteRa's not going to be able to get those gateways out. If he hasn't scouted how hardcore IdrA's macroing, he really, really needs to, because it's going to be out of control. Look at this. WhiteRa actually has 4 gas already. He has all 4 assimilators, so maybe going to be going for a very heavy tag. The Zerglings I thought were killing probes there, but they're actually killing zealots. So I think we're going to see a crazy macro game here from both players. I do like how the entrance of WhiteRa's base is laid out. And yep, there goes that Robo Bay before getting additional gateways.
Yeah, nice call there, Husky, as WhiteRa is going to get that. He tends to favor this Robo Bay after one gateway, after the fast expand, of course, and I think it's relatively strong. This is what he did on Blistering Sands, and he actually was able to dominate IdrA when he had good positioning over IdrA's units. So we might see that again this game. Look at this Speedling. It's still inside the Protoss player's base. Wow! IdrA has just been all over the scouting, and he's even got an Overlord just kind of chilling like a blimp over the base. He sees everything right now. There are 2 more gateways going down, and I don't think he sees the robotics facility yet. He doesn't see the robotics. So at this point, he's not quite sure, is it a 4-gate or is it some kind of a Robotech build? But on top of that, it's a fast expand. So I think IdrA is feeling pretty comfortable. It's not going to be a 4-gate because it is a fast expand. And he's feeling comfortable. He's got that expansion going down. And he is throwing down that Hydralisk Den. So we're pretty much, and a Roach Warren. So we're pretty much going to see the same builds as on Blistering Sands, the game you dropped out on.
WhiteRa is supply blocked right now, which delayed that Observer, which could possibly